Same questions.
Oh, what? You asked it.
First, sir, in a progressive point of view, is external migration a problem, and why?
Well, it is a phenomenon, okay? So, of course, any phenomenon from an economics perspective do have positive and negative consequences. So, of course, you can see the negative consequences. You can consider them as problems, but the positive results are also, what do you call this, may not give the impression that external migration is a problem. So, yeah, there are problematic consequences of migration as any economic activity.
Sir, can you cite specific problems regarding this external migration?
Well, one is the overvaluation of the currency because of the remittances. Second is a possible brain drain. And third is a possible hollowing of some of our industries, similar to what we consider as a Dutch disease.
Sir, would you consider external migration as a market failure?
What is a market failure?
The inability of the consumers to buy here in our country, well, because of the migration.
The market failure wherein parang the market is no longer competitive, or it's imbalanced like that.
Well, my concept of market failure is that the prices are not reflective of cost and marginal utilities. Okay. Now, in this particular case, I think external migration, in fact, is not a market failure, but it is a very consistent with the market mechanism because workers are responsive to higher compensation abroad. Now, if there are restrictions on the entry and exit of workers, then that can lead to a what do you call this? A distortion. Okay, and a failure of the market to operate, to allocate goods and services. In this particular case, as I said, I don't consider it as a market failure.
Sir, in the advent of the globalization, how will you link the external migration to this globalization?
Well, it's part of the process of globalization. With globalization, there is an integration of markets, opening of economies to external trade, not only in commodities but also in productive inputs. And one of the major productive inputs is labor. So movement of labor and also migration is consistent with the process of globalization.
Sir, how does external migration affect the Philippine society in terms of the cost and the benefits it yields for us?
Let me cite first some of the benefits. Okay, first there is the inflow of remittances. The value of remittances annually is 5 times the combined amount of foreign direct investments and overseas development assistance that we get from various countries and various sources. So this is a sizable amount. Second is the improvement of household income, and as a consequence of this is the improvement in their welfare, their enhanced consumption of durable goods, educational services, as well as health services. Now, on the negative side, you have the dislocation of the family. So you have a family, you have children raising without their natural parents, okay? And then you have, from an economic perspective, it may lead to the overvaluation of the real exchange rate, meaning that prices of goods may increase because of an increase in the purchasing power of households receiving remittances. And second is because of this inflow of remittances, the nominal exchange rate may appreciate. So in both cases, increase in inflation, inflationary impact, as well as the impact on the nominal exchange rate will lead to the appreciation of the currency. The appreciation of the currency is something may affect the economy adversely, because some of the industries, particularly the export industries, may now become uncompetitive.
Sir, how would you address the growing external migration in the Philippines?
One is, well, of course, we cannot prevent people to migrate, because that is a part of human rights. Okay. On the other hand, these laborers or human capital that is moving across boundaries were developed in various places, and the home countries spent a fortune or some resources in building the human capital, in the expectation that the returns will be given to the home countries. So now that there is a disparity, asymmetry in terms of cost and the benefits. The costs are incurred by the home countries, but the benefits are reaped by the receiving countries. Although you can argue that remittances are sent back to the home country. Now, given this, I think there is a need to compensate countries, individuals, and sectors that are adversely affected by the outflow of laborers or migration. So one possibility of this is what we call a brain drain tax, okay, or an immigration tax, not for all exiting laborers, but only those that are highly skilled and there is a massive outflow, like, for example, nurses and other health professionals, and also teachers, because they threaten the health sector and the educational sector by their egress from this country.
Sir, with that, sir, how do you see the Philippines with this growing external migration?
With my two eyes. I mean, how else can I see it? Okay. What do you mean?
How would you predict any market failure or economic
Future
development?
trends.
As I said, it's a reality. The most that we can do is manage. Okay, so other countries are encouraging their citizens to go abroad and work and send remittances. In this country, we're the leader. Okay, and somehow, if we're leading, we're not comfortable about it, and somehow we feel that there's something wrong in what we're doing. Okay. I think the most that we can do is just accept this reality and exploit the opportunities and all the benefits that we can derive from it. Okay, as I said, in any economic activity there are costs and benefits as a consequence. So just managing and enhancing and maximizing the benefits and mitigating the costs.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.